Everyone, and welcome back to our weekly Essential Education live stream, where today is a very exciting day. I have been excited about this time of connection with you for quite some time. We want to say welcome to our student and educator community. We know that lots of you join in lots of different capacities. Some of you still in the midst of getting your high school equivalency credential are joined with us as independent students working on your own. Others are partnered with one of the many schools that we partner with all over the world. And then some of you are educators coming here to celebrate your students and get resources to use in your classroom. And today is, as the title says, all about celebrating. We have had the joy, and I don't use that word lightly, we have had the joy of working with students all over the world at lots of different chapters in their life who are experiencing and going through and working hard and putting themselves through the paces of life challenge. They're getting after it. And we want to celebrate those folks today. We want to celebrate you, the hardworking adult students in our community. And we want to offer it up by name to recognize some of you in today's Student Success Summer Celebration. So I'm going to be mentioning some people by name that have written into us, giving us a thank you, but we want to say thank you to you because without you, what we do couldn't be possible. Because what is our ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal here at Essential Education is your success. So we want to celebrate some of that success today. First up, we want to give a big shout out to Taylor. Taylor, we are so happy that you are experiencing the GED education program through GED Academy. And Taylor writes in and says that she is finding the online platform of mobile study just what she needed to stay focused. Going to classes was hard for Taylor because she shares that she's a young mother and she is caring for her children. So now she finally feels like she's making headway with a program that works for her schedule. Thanks, Taylor, for writing in. We see you. You are valued. What you're doing to set a wonderful example for your children is valued. And we are so happy that you found a program that works for you and for your needs. Next up, we want to recognize Tanika. Tanika wrote to us on behalf of her 16-year-old son who has a diagnosed learning difference. And she said and shared that traditional learning just didn't speak to his unique needs. And she is beyond grateful to see, and I love this part, to see that not only is he now surviving in an educational platform, he is thriving. So we are thrilled and happy to see that as well, Tanika. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your story. And we wish nothing but continued success for you and your son. Next, we want to say hello to Margie. Margie reached out and said, if I can do it, so can you. Margie shared that she has successfully passed a few of her subject exams already. And she just wanted to reach out not only to share and celebrate her success, but to encourage all of you out there who she says may have been out of school for a while. I think Margie used the words a couple of decades. So if that is you, then Margie just has a special suggestion and a special word of encouragement to you to say, hey, keep getting after it. Keep going after it. She hasn't been in the classroom for over 30 years, and she wanted to share this special message that it is never too late to learn. So thank you, Margie, for your thoughts and your encouragement. Next up, we have Sierra. Hi, Sierra. Sierra just passed the GED exam after studying with Essential Education. And now her 8th grade daughter is using the platform to support her own studies at home in high school. And again, we have another example of a parent setting that great model of lifelong learning for their children. As Margie said, it's never too late to learn, and you should never stop learning along the way. So thank you, Sierra, for sharing that. And thank you for continuing to support education with your family. All right, next up is Christy. Hi, Christy. Christy has successfully passed the RLA and social studies sections of the exam just recently, and now she's moving on to math. Some would say she saved the best for last, right, Christy? Christy is going to be challenging herself with the math curriculum, and we just want to celebrate you on your recent accomplishments. Again, taking one step up that mountain at a time, knocking off and celebrating with you the fact that you just passed RLA in social studies. And now we know that math is right there. Math is next, and we're going to check that one off with you. So thanks, Christy, and congratulations. All righty, next up is Kate. Kate is a frequent live coaching session attender. I've had the privilege of working with Kate on multiple occasions, and she's also an independently enrolled student with Essential Education. She wrote in to say that not only did she pass her GED exam in the last couple of months, she also reached college ready honors in RLA. That's amazing. That there's so many people out there that see that bar, that 145, and they say, oh, it just seems out of reach. And not only did Kate get after it, she hit it out of the park and she reached that honors, college ready, college honors. Hey, you're ready to take on next level curriculum score that is so important for those continuing on in education. So Kate, that's awesome. We're so glad that our programs and services were able to support your hard work, because without your hard work, then you wouldn't be where you are. So we celebrate along with you. Irene, my friend Irene, I just want to give a shout out to Irene. Irene is so great about encouraging us as a staff here at Essential Education. She writes in rather frequently, which we always love. I always see her name pop up in my inbox and I get really excited. Irene is another very hardworking student that regularly attends our free live coaching sessions, and she is currently working in GED Academy. And she writes that she just passed her writing and her math. And so now she's got, I believe, one more subject exam that's left, but she just passed writing and math. We're so proud of you, Irene. Thank you for continuing to connect and encourage us. And we hope that we can do the same for you along the way. Karen is one of the growing segment of our community who enrolled with Essential Education specifically for math. We have folks do this all the time. And Karen shared something really interesting and hopefully encouraging to those of you that might be on the fence about partnering with us. She said, having passed all of her subjects but math, she is now happy to report, and I'm going to read exactly what she wrote. I have learned more in math through GED Academy in 3 weeks than over a year with my previous study plan. Oh, that does our hearts good. That's exactly what we want to hear from our students, because our instructional designers put together curriculum that is targeted to you personally, so that you don't have to spend your time spinning your wheels studying something you already understand, and you can really, really focus on the things that you need to work on. So Karen, that's an amazing accomplishment to just say, hey, I have tried something new. I've looked outside the box. I knew and I evaluated that what I was currently doing wasn't working for me. So I tried something new, and we're so happy to hear that you've learned so much in our math program. She now feels more confident to take on this final piece, one more box to check, so that she can knock that credentialing exam out of the way and get that credential in hand. So congratulations, Karen. Up next is Emily. Hi, Emily, and thanks for writing in. Emily shared that English is not her first language. Like many of our students, English is not her native language, and she has been struggling to find a preparation program that specifically meets and targets her needs. And she says happily, now she's found it with Essential Education. She also wanted to give a special thanks to Juan, one of our Spanish-speaking student advisors, for his specific encouragement and guidance. We love that, Emily, because we have a special heart for Juan. He is one of our many wonderful student advisors, and we are so glad that he was able to help and he found a connection there. I will be sure to share this with him personally, because he truly loves our student community and will be excited to know that he was helpful and just a little piece of your journey. Yeah, we think he's pretty special too. So thanks, Emily. Next, Cicely writes, Essential Education is not just giving me prep for my high school credential, it is giving me prep for life. Woo, I love that so much. I'm going to say it again. Essential Education is not just giving me prep for my high school credential, it is prepping me for life. We love this because when we say that statement that you will often hear us say, your success is our goal. We really do stand behind that. And we want that success, that accomplishment to go beyond getting that high school equivalency credential. Sure, that's that first stamp in your educational passport, but we also want to come around you as you get your first or maybe a new chapter type job after you put that credential to work. We want to help you with the interviewing and the connection and the networking pieces of that. And then we want to help you keep that job with lifelong career skills. It's why we put a multiple tiered series of programs together for our students, because your long-term success, your lifelong success is our goal. So Cicely, I'm happy that you saw that. And I am so glad that you are getting not only prep for your test, but you're also getting prep for your next chapters in life. And lastly, but definitely not least by any stretch of the imagination, we have Virgie. Virgie is 4/5 of the way there. That means she has passed 4 of those exams in her GED curriculum, and she is looking to pass that 5th exam. She's taken and passed every subject except for, you guessed it, it's the one that a lot of students leave for last, and that is math. Virgie hopes to complete that by the end of the summer, and we know, because you have already passed 4 of the 5, this will be no different, and you can, again, get that last subject out of the way and get that credential in hand. I cannot tell you how wonderful it has been to put together this live stream, just sorting through and compiling through all of the wonderful comments from our students, seeing your thanks and your appreciation. Again, it's an encouragement to us. It lets us know that and remind us that what we do matters. And we want you to remember that what you do matters. We want you to know, as we often share, that no human on the face of the planet ever climbed a mountain in one big jump. It was all done through painstaking, one after the other climbs, reaches, pulls, maybe even some scrapes along the way, some setbacks along the way, one little step after another up that mountain. And yes, when you get to the top of that mountain and you plant your flag and you get that credential in hand, then celebrate, party, give that graduation, put that graduation hat on, take pictures with that diploma. All of that is so, so important. Those long-term goals are important. But don't forget to celebrate all of the things that took you up the mountain. Passing 4 of your 5 exams, finding a program that now speaks to your learning needs, finding something that allows you to set a great example for your kids, or as a parent, finding something that complements the learning needs of your children. Those are things to celebrate. So we didn't want to let yet another live stream go without calling you out, giving you the props and you the accolades that you deserve. We want to let you know that you matter. Your story matters, and we want to equip you with the educational and the personal and professional development tools that you need to tell that story well. We're so proud of you. We love the work that we get to do here at Essential Education, and we know that in the next little bit, we're going to have tons of more stories to share with you. If you are listening to this today and you say, well, Jen, I want to share my story. I would love to let people know about the hard work that I've put in, a little bit about my background and the accomplishments that I've made to this point. Then we want to connect you in a couple of different ways. We want to give you the opportunity to reach out, as always, to our student advisory team. You can say hello to any of our advisors at any time, ask a question, tell us about your successes at 1-800-460-8150. You can also shoot an email to studenthelp@essentialed.com. And after I jump off our live stream today, I'm going to be putting a little link in the comment section on all of our platforms that you can follow to share your story in a written capacity. We might ask you some questions along the way and then give you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about you, your story. And we want to remind you that every step matters. We are so happy to celebrate you today, to celebrate your successes. And if we can help in any way along that journey, that's what we get to do. So thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your stories, all of those folks that we highlighted today. And we hope to hear from many more of you soon. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we hope to connect with you soon.